Oh.
All right, time for our pick six.
Oh.
I need the six pack. I'll get it.
Okay.
Slow getting up, but I'll get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
See you, Nate.
Have a good one.
One segment left. It's our pick six, brought to you by Davidson's Liquors. You can make your own six pack from a wide selection of craft beers. Stock up for St. Patrick's Day. It's this coming week. Shop online with free delivery at davidsonsdenver.com and experience the Davidsons difference. Make your own six pack. All right, our pick six topic today.
What is it?
It's the best free agent signings in Denver Broncos history.
Are you going? Oh, this must be
You're
me.
up.
Neil Smith. Neil Smith was with the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I call a twofer. You know what a twofer is?
Yep.
You not only took away their best defensive player at the time, they had a linebacker that died, but Neil Smith and, gosh, who was the linebacker?
Derek Thomas.
Yeah, thank you, Derek Thomas. The two best defensive players, they got Neil Smith, who came here, had 18 sacks in 3 years. So he was a good defensive end. They didn't have the sack attack that they've had recently. Yeah, he played on 2 Super Bowl teams. Neil Smith was number 6. Number 5, Emmanuel Sanders. I really liked his game last year. I just thought he came of age as a wide receiver, the getting into the system with Peyton Manning. And I loved his game because he never drops anything. And he knows that the hit's coming and everything. I just loved that. And the price they got him at, and they stole him away from Kansas City
Yes,
like
they
Neil
did.
Smith because he was ready to sign with him. Aqib Talib, and I was trying not to be an ESPN. And ESPN defines everything based on when they started in 1979. Nothing happened before 1979 because they don't have video. Well, I don't want to be like the people who go, well, you're just naming guys now. But Aqib Talib, I think, is going to be the new Champ Bailey, that he would be a guy here that can be here for 6-7 years and partnered with Chris Harris Jr. I just think that is the best now with New England. I think that's the best cornerback tandem in the league.
Could be.
Jake Plummer. And people go, well, his career was short here. Yeah, but it was interesting. It was exciting. And he took them to an AFC championship when they were going through some struggling times. If you think about it, from John Elway to Peyton Manning, that was a team that wasn't very good. Got to the playoffs a few times with a various number of quarterbacks because Brian Griese was hurt a lot. But Jake Plummer never got the credit he really deserved. He was perfect for the Gary Kubiak situation. And he's still young enough. He's younger than Peyton, isn't he? He could come back.
Oh, yeah.
He's 41, I think. And McCaffrey. McCaffrey left the Giants. He was, unknown, basically commodity in the NFL. He came here. He was with Rod Smith, talking about tandems. That was a great tandem. Eddie was one of the most popular players ever. Eddie. He was a popular guy.
2-minute warning.
I like that. So, next. Oh, I never heard.
This is your number one.
Peyton Manning.
Enough
Yeah.
said?
Oh, well, what else am I supposed to say?
Okay.
He would you not rank him in the top 10 of all-time free agents?
I'd rank him in the top 3.
NFL.
You know who my 3 are?
Reggie White. would
Reggie
be
White's one. Drew Brees is another.
Yeah. Deion Sanders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Peyton's top 3, top 4.
Okay.
All right, my
Bless
pick
us.
6 brought
Yeah.
to you by Davidson's Liquors. Experience the Davidson's difference. All right, I'm going to say Emmanuel Sanders came this close to being on my list, and Aqib Talib. I want to see a little bit more because they've only played 1 year here. So I'm going with guys that spent a little more time here. Neil Smith for the same reason. Came here from Kansas City. They hurt the Chiefs in the process. He wins 2 Super Bowls. Number 5, Howard Griffith, who came here from Carolina. That was a team full of stars, full of Hall of Famers. So we tend to forget about Howard. He was a great blocker for John Elway, and he was a great blocker for Terrell Davis, and he caught the ball out of the backfield very, very nicely.
It scored a big touchdown in a postseason game.
Fullback. My number 4, Jake Plummer. That was a time, Woody, if you remember, when the year before Brian Griese and Steve Berline were the 2 quarterbacks here, and neither could get it done. Plummer was the best quarterback available in the free agent market. Mike Shanahan went out and got him, and he went on to have a 40-18 record here in Denver with an AFC championship
third
game.
best quarterback in Broncos history.
Yeah, from a winning percentage. Number 3, Bill Romanowski. Oh, he brought a toughness. He brought a toughness here. He brought an attitude here. A lot of his teammates didn't like him, but he had Super Bowl rings already. And he came here and he really helped this defense.
So when I was going through all the players,
Yeah.
and I thought about Bill Romanowski, and I made a mistake. I congratulate you because that guy, whatever you might think about his personality and
Yeah.
his RX slogan,
He was a football player.
and he
period.
played.
Yeah.
He played in a number of
Yeah.
championship games with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
He won wherever he went.
He has 4 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
Number 2, Ed McCaffrey, much like you. Ed was a 3rd-round pick. Rod Smith was an undrafted free agent. The Broncos won 2 Super Bowls with those 2 guys starting at wide receiver. And to this day, he's still, I think, number 3 in most receiving categories for the Broncos all time,
Yeah, yeah,
behind Rod Smith and Shannon Sharp. And my number 1,
It's Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Enough said.
You and I were close,
Yeah.
and we don't ever discuss it beforehand. Romanowski should have been on my list. I think that either Aqib or Emmanuel should be on your list, but I understand why. You'd like to see them over
Right.
a period of 4 or 5 years before you'd make that decision. But
Hey, you can make a case for Mark Schlereth.
I thought about that.
Hey, you can make a case for Wes Welker. He helped them win a lot of games over the last couple of years.
I looked up, because I did research on this. I thought Gary Zimmerman came here as a free agent. But Gary actually was traded by the Vikings here. I thought he'd left the Vikings, but he
What'd they
there was
give
a
up
deal.
for the? What'd they give up?
It's like a 2nd or 3rd
Really?
round draft pick.
Oh, what a bargain that was.
Yeah, so he wasn't a free agent. And I went back to look at the way the question was posed, because free agents, I would have put a couple of players on it that, like Rod Smith,
Yeah.
that were free agents.
Yeah, undrafted free
Yeah,
agent.
and maybe a Chris Harris. So I had to go back and make sure that it was acquired.
Oh yeah,
like an
he would have
acquired
been
taste.
he would have been number
Yeah.
2 or 3
So,
on my list
anyway,
if we.